In this video, I'm going to talk about the Spanish walk. It's going to be a general overview, as much as we can show you in a few minutes. But don't worry, if you want to learn all the micro steps, and you do need to learn all the micro steps, see that link down below me for that free intro course for heliosharmony.com. Click on that and you can get, started on the real journey. If you like it, thumbs up, subscribe, all of those good things. And okay, let's dive in. Welcome back, rockers and fellow horse nerds. We're going to talk about Spanish walk today. I've got Mr. Conquistador, known to his friends as Conqui or Conkadonks, who's actually my 8-year-old daughter's horse and is just a rad dude. I want to give a shout out to my daughter Freya, because she actually warmed this horse up and got him ready for this video and did an incredible job, and we filmed that too, so we'll make a little video of her doing the Spanish walk because it's better than mine. But hey, most of what my daughter does is better than me, so hey, that's not surprising, is it, sir? All right, so Spanish walk, what is it? It's a movement that is fun, but it also serves a purpose, like all of these things. It creates massive strength in the shoulder. In war, if you had a group of horses, like a line of horses walking towards another line of horses or a line of guys on foot, and they're all doing this, those are like hammers that are coming, and no one can stand in front of that. So think of it almost like as a form of crowd control. And it's also balletic and fun. So like most of these things in dressage, it has a practical, original purpose, but we just do it because it's great and it makes for a really strong shoulder. And as horses get older, it's never a bad idea, just like with people, to yoga them and get the stretching and the reaching, not atrophying, and horses enjoy it. The reason horses seem to enjoy it, I've heard a couple of people say, oh, it's not natural. Well, I think the people that say that have never kept young stallions. If you've ever kept bachelor herds of young stallions, you'll see that they absolutely do it. And they do it as they circle each other, almost like to check each other out, and then they'll go have a little play fight or so. So it is absolutely a natural behavior. So like all things in dressage, there's nothing we can teach a horse that he doesn't actually already know how to do in nature. We just got to teach him how to do it when a monkey asks him to do it, and for as long as that monkey asks him to do it. All right, so how do we begin Spanish walk? Well, the first thing we need to begin with is a jambette, which means a presentation of the leg. Jambe in French is leg, a jambette, like a little leg, little presentation of the leg. Conqui knows the Spanish walk, so he's going to probably overachieve a little bit, and I won't be able to show you all of the micro steps in this short YouTube video, but don't worry, over on our website, heliosharmony.com, you're going to find the entire thing, like all of our things, laid out micro step by micro step. But suffice to say here, to get a jambette, I want to touch this sector. And I could do it with my finger, but it's safer to do it with a stick because I've got a little bit of distance. So if I touch him there, and I just want that, you see, just that, just a reaction. And when you're first teaching a horse, it's not a bad idea to reward their tries. Later, you want chains of behaviors before you reward. Some people are really anti giving treats. I'm not at all, but to each their own. But I don't do it all the time. I don't do it every time. Okay, so that's the jambette. Little tap, and up it comes. Now, one danger about the Spanish walk and the jambettes is once horses know them, they will begin to offer. And if you are standing in front of horses, once they begin to offer, or you wiggle whips around in front of them, or perhaps your kid is in front of them, that hoof can come out. So you want to be just cognizant before you begin to teach jambettes and Spanish walk that that is a hazard, and you need to create strategies around that. Okay, so now how do I ask the horse to do not just the jambette, but to walk forward? What I don't want the horse to do is a really long, extended, nice looking reach at this point before he's looking forward, because it will lock up his back. He won't be able to walk forward. He'll go, ugh. So I want to be sure that he can just come forward a little bit. So I'm not going to ask for too much elevation. I'm just going to ask for him to do a jambette and a step forward. I'll show you what I mean. A jambette and a step forward. Thank you. and the horse knows whip on the shoulder. And then I do the same leg, jambette, and a step forward, and thank you. And remember, this is just an overview. On the website, we will give you much more step by step. And here I go again, and step forward, and he commits his weight. And then on the last one, I can ask for the opposite. There we go. Okay. Super. Now you'll notice that with this horse, whether I have the whip in front of the leg or behind the leg, he will come forward with that jambette. That's because once you've taught the horse to come forward on both sides, just the inside leg 3 times, and then you stop, and then ask for the outside leg, the horse tends to begin to offer both legs. I'll show you what I mean by that. So let's go forward here. I ask for that one, I ask for that one, I ask for that one, and now I just keep going. Oh look, I got that one. Okay. I don't ask him in the early stages, in the first week or 3, for that alternate step, but if he gives it to me, I certainly accept it. All right. Then when I've been doing that for a while and he's just offering more and more alternate steps, I can begin to actually ask for them. And then what I want to do is I want to change my cue from this to in front. I want him to reach for it and to make contact. Make contact with his foot, make contact with his foot. Thank you. All right. So now let's try and do a bit of a line of successive steps. And I'm going to do those with the whip now mostly in front, with him reaching forward to try and make contact with his hoof. And I'm also going to touch him on the top of the forearm where it meets his chest, because that will get him to snap up a bit. And the final thing I'm going to do is I'm going to support his head a little bit up. Because when horses do this forward reach thing, they sometimes fall on the shoulders and get a bit out of balance, and he might a little bit. So I have to help him by just helping his head not get too low. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to come forward and I'm going to walk slowly backwards. There we go. And ask. Wow. Good, 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 good. There it goes, there it goes. There it goes, there it goes. Okay, I'm going to just be content with that, and then I'm going to ask again in a moment. And you saw it took him a while, but then he found a rhythm. And I just kept my touching or my indications with the whip forward for him to reach and touch with his hoof, and my coordination of my slow walking backwards, I kept that in rhythm too. And together we began to find our rhythm. Let's go again. So this would be like week 10 if we were doing this training from the get-go. And here I go, just walking. Good. 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 Okay, just going to stop there for a moment. Ah, super. Okay, I think that'll do. So, if you want to learn how to do this from scratch with your horse, there are, of course, many things to consider. Some horses are more sensitive than others. Some horses have different touch points than others. But the basic touch points are, we start from here, then we ask the horse to begin to make contact with the hoof to the stick here. Later we can also ask for touching here. See where I'm touching like that? I'll see if he'll... There we go. And this is useful in passage later. And what you'll find is if you can get your horse moving forward nicely in the Spanish walk, teaching passage becomes a lot easier. All right, so that's a basic overview of how to begin. Now, of course, we don't have a rider, do we? So how do we transfer this to a rider? Well, we're going to be making a video on that and showing you that one as well. So until the next time, my friends, keep learning, keep watching. If you've liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, this really helps. If you really like what we do, you'll see there's a little thank you button down below. Send us a couple of bucks through there. It absolutely helps us to get this work done. And if you want to come and work and play with our lovely ponies, then just go to that link down below on that free course, heliosharmony.com, and you'll find an email, and you can contact us and come and play with our ponies with us. All right, see you on the next one.